I'm Atomic Grylls, and I'm going to show you what it takes to get out alive on some of the most dangerous places on Earth.
That dangerous! And it looks like all of our foraging has finally paid off.
I've got to make it through a week of challenges in the sort of places you wouldn't last a day without the right survival skills.
Now you see these berries? These are deadly poisonous. You don't want to be eating one of these in a hurry.
This week we've been dropped in the suburbs of Cheltenham with just the clothes we stand up in and a few basic tools.
Looks like we're good to go.
I'll be tackling public transport and battling self-service checkout machines.
They'll get hit by a shot.
My cameraman Alice and I have just been dropped in the suburbs of Cheltenham.
So, this is the infamous Cheltenham. Now it's very important to check over your supplies when you're on these kind of trips. Let's check.
My crew have only been given a very small bag, and therefore we can only carry limited supplies.
Looks like we're good to go. We come to our first obstacle of the day. This is the fence. We can't go straight over the fence, we've got to go around it. It's blocking us from our path.
A couple of colleagues of mine down in New York last year almost died because they couldn't make it across the fence and couldn't get to a 7-Eleven.
Now I just take the camera, I help my cameraman Alex across the fence. This is basically how you get across the road without getting hit by a car. You alright, mate? There you go. That's how you get across the fence. It wouldn't last a day because in these urban areas, quite often in the city, there's a lot of these fences around and they often stop people in their tracks. So you've really got to pay attention and cross the road carefully. Now, in order to keep your morale high in these kind of places, the old English, they use this drink called tea and coffee, and it really helps to keep your morale up. Some of my colleagues didn't have coffee for 1 week, and they found themselves very, very depressed.
After scavenging in the coffee shop, I finally hunt down something to eat. It's not the most nutritious looking snack in the world, but you gotta get it down you.
Now when you're in these kind of places, it's very important that you get it right and that you know your way around. So what we're going to attempt now is we're going to attempt the public transport. Taking a bit of a gamble, but let's hope it works.
A couple of colleagues of mine attempted getting on a bus in Manchester last year, but read the timetable completely wrong and ended up almost a mile from our destination. Whilst waiting for the bus, my cameraman and I become severely dehydrated. I go to the cash point to get some money out to search for drink. Many of these drinks can often be misleading, so you've got to choose one with the right water and the right sugar content to keep you alive.
This one should keep us going for a couple of hours.
I will now attempt the impossible, the self-service checkout machine. In order to do this correctly, I've got to make it through the self-service checkout machine without attracting attention, which could cost valuable time.
This time I was very lucky. I made it out the shop without injury. That was a close one. I haven't had anything to drink for over an hour, and I'm at serious risk of dehydration. My cameraman Alice is also very thirsty. Go on, get some down here, Alice.
That's good, Atomic.
Yeah, good job. Thanks. Here's our left. The bus is just coming from the right. And it should be pretty good fun. I'm gonna attempt to get on the bus.
All I've got with me is a bag full of £1 coins, and now I'm going to try and attempt to get on the bus. These buses can sometimes be very misleading. You've got to be on the ball and know exactly when you're going to get off.
Thanks very much. Made it. After a very shaky bus ride, we're finally really glad that we're back on the ground. So, I think we might have ended up in the wrong place, but we'll try and navigate our way back to our lift. Okay, so it's been a while now since we managed to get anything to drink, and we finally found some good water source. But fortunately for us, it's not looking quite so fresh. Unfortunately, to get this water clean, we're going to have to boil it. So we'll go and look for a kettle.
My crew and I now risk browsing the high street in search of a kettle. While faffing around in the shopping centre, the weather has become very stormy. My cameraman and I need to hurry if we're going to make it back in one piece. We now have to call our support crew to see if they can come with backup.
Hey Alfred. Yeah, if you could get the taxi to come pick us up. We're just located in Cheltenham, and we'll see you shortly. Thanks, ta-da. Good to go.
We now wander the streets in desperation, looking for our taxi. My crew and I have made it. We found our taxi, and it looks like we're going to get out of Cheltenham alive.